Friday, everyone. I'm Ann Birchard. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we are going to make this card using the Hydrangea Hill Suite. And this is found on page 18 of the new mini catalog for January through June 2021. I'm going to be using the acetate, the Mercury Glass Designer acetate, some of the Designer Series paper, the stamp, and the matching dies. You save when you get the suites or the bundles, and you know everything's going to match. Oh yeah, I'm going to use the ribbon too. So let's make a card. Set this aside, and I'm going to start off with Mossy, oh my goodness, Mossy Meadow. And on the back of the Designer Series paper, if you can see, there it is, it tells you what colors are used in the Design Series paper. Now, if you've thrown this away, look in the catalog. It's going to tell you the same color combinations in there. And I'm going to be using the Mossy Meadow for my card base. I've cut it at 5.5. Score at 4 1/4 or folded it in half. Use your bone folder. Give it a nice crease. Set that aside. Then I have used the acetate window, and I cut this to 5 1/4 by 4, and that's going to be my first layer. But I'm not going to do anything with it yet. I took this Designer Series paper. There's the back side. I know, tough choice which one to use, but I'm going to use the flower side, and I'm going to cut out a hydrangea. Bring in my Cut and Emboss machine. As always, down in the description will be a list of all the supplies that I used. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it. And I'm going to be using, whoops, this die set, or this die, and I'm going to place it right about there in the center of my cardstock of the designer. Run it through. That's my dog saying hello, as life happens. Now, do not throw away this cutout. This is going to be used in another video where you get a 2-for-1, if you will. All right, let me set all of this aside. Place this back into the case so I don't lose it. Now, on the back side of the Designer Series paper, I'm going to be putting Stampin' Dimensionals. Now the key is to get into these little places. You can either use your mini dimensionals or you can cut up the larger ones. So let's get this all covered like the chicken pox with dimensionals. The reason being because when it goes through the mail, you don't want to get it crushed. Couple more. There we go. And then I'm going to come in with my, oops, take your pick tool. I'm going to be using, oops, the stylus end, and come in and get into these little crevices. Again, so it's not crushed when it goes through the mail. I think I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut it using my paper snips. There we go. Get that guy. And if you hear my daughter in the back, she's reading books. Oh, love it. And now it's stuck to my finger. There we go. Get this one right there. And I think we're good. So let's go ahead and take this off. I like using the take your pick to take off the back, because then it's not going to stick to my fingers as much. I'm going to place the host code for January 2021. If your order is less than $150 US dollars, then use this host rewards code and I will send you a little gift. If your order is over $150, don't use it because you'll get your own rewards, which is a bonus. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the acetate window. And take this. Backside is silver. Use it. You've paid for both sides, but I want to use the gorgeous grape side. And I'm going to line this up so I have an even amount of border going all the way around, and press it down. And now I'm going to come back and use my Stampin' Seal. There we go. And I'm going to place it on the Mossy Meadow. Make sure it's open correctly. On the Mossy Meadow card base. And there you go. Not done yet. Not done yet. I used the many messages. This is one stamp and one die. Here's the one stamp set, and here is the one die, and it lines up perfectly. So what I've done, and I'll do this in a later video, but I cut out many of these. Look at, and I put them in our clear envelopes so I can keep track. But they're all in here, and so if I need a quick and easy sentiment, I just come on over here and grab one. So I'm grabbing the Hooray, It's Your Birthday. So on the back of this, I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal. Grab the gorgeous grape ribbon that's part of the suite. And just cut it about here using my snips. There we go. And then I place it on the back. Come in again with my dimensionals. One on each side. And I'm going to place this down. And this is, oh, and this is upside down. It's okay. It comes off. And then we can do it again. Up and around. There we go. Hooray, it's your birthday. And I'm going to place this right down here in the corner. Not quite done. Let's decorate the inside. So I've taken a piece of Whisper White. I cut it to 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm going to be using this stamp right here down in the corner. And I'm going to be using Gorgeous Grape. Ink it up. And I'm going to turn it this way. Give it a little love. And then chamois to clean it up. Close this off. Now, if you'd like to receive my newsletter, text Ann Birchard, one word, all caps, to the number 22828, and you'll receive my monthly newsletter. It has tips and tricks in it, and techniques. And if there are any specials or sales, I'll get those out to you as well. Well, there you have it. A beautiful birthday card. Change the sentiment, and it can be a get well or happy anniversary. And it didn't take long at all, with a little decoration on the inside. Well, I hope you enjoyed this crafting experience with the civil engineer, and I'll see you next week. Bye.